In this metal forming video, I'm going to show you how to correctly use a scribe to make a mark on your sheet so that you can drill through your sheet to make rivets or other types of connections. To start, you'll need a scribe, and I'm using SC 530. You'll also need a millimeter gauge, and this is my trusty GA 636. We're going to be using 22 gauge copper, a 3 by 3 inch piece of sheet, item number CS222. And then I have a steel dapping block to do all of my work on, item number DA540. To start, take your piece of sheet metal, line it up on your dapping block, and then take your millimeter gauge. And the great thing about this millimeter gauge in particular is that you can remove the center like so, and now you have a very useful ruler. Place it horizontally on your work, and for this first measurement you can approximate in the middle where to line up your ruler. You'll really dial it in after you turn your ruler on the vertical, but for this first measurement, anywhere here, somewhere in the middle is just fine. And then hold everything down with your non-dominant hand like so. Take your scribe, and of course if you're left-handed, just reverse the hands. And then measure out exactly where you want your mark to be. For me, I'm trying to find the exact middle of this sheet so that I can drill right through the center. Now, as you can see, I don't have this scribe in a death grip and I'm not really etching on the metal. I'm simply making just a quick, light mark because the tip of this is very sharp. This will do all the work for you. Make a little scratch, and then let me pick this up so that you can see. This is the scratch that was left. Nothing too big. We don't want that. So now lay your sheet metal back down, take your ruler, reposition it so now it's on the vertical, and then locate that first scratch that you made. Okay, now to make my second mark, hold everything down again with your non-dominant hand, and with your dominant hand, come in and make a very light mark on the metal. So as you see, this is the absolute center of my sheet. This is where I'm going to drill through. This small mark will be removed, no problem. This initial mark that we made, now remember, we made it nice and light, can be buffed out after you're through assembling this piece for your bracelet or your necklace or whatever type of jewelry you're creating. So this is how you use a scribe to measure on your sheet where to make the mark for drilling. And remember, the key is always to work light when you're using a scribe in this application.